If I have to say who I am a student of peace. Some people say I am an ambassador of peace, international ambassador. I don't claim them, I don't dare to claim them, but I want to remain a peace, student of peace and a peace dreamer. Wherever I go, I dream of peace, and wherever I go, I learn the message of peace from the countrymen that I visit.
At which point in your life did you decide that this is what you wanted to do?
Well, I came to America in 1964. That was my final decision to come and be of service not only to America but to the Western world. And I have been doing that since that time. I have been praying, meditating, offering my peace prayers at the United Nations. This has been going on for the last 27 years, and have been visited many countries with the same hope and same mission, same purpose.
Why the western part of the world? Do they need more help in the western part of the world?
Oh no, as I said before, I am a man of prayers and a man of meditation. So when we pray and meditate, we get inner messages. Either we call it soul or God, somebody, the inner guide, tells us, prompts us to do certain things. So I was commanded from within, deep within, to come to America. So it is not an act of whim, but it is from my prayer life I got this inner message to be of service in the West. And if the same inner pilot asks me to go and be of service to India or in the Eastern world, I'll be more than happy to abide by the dictates of the inner being.
Tell me this, I assume you began in India. You were born in India, studied in India. Could you tell us a little bit about your background and why you came here?
I came here because I was commanded by my inner pilot. Therefore, I came here to serve him in the aspiring West. And I was brought up in a spiritual community. I stayed there for 20 years. At the age of 12, I started practicing spirituality.
Many people would like to know, and this is a Western question, although not mine, but I feel free to ask it, my inner pilot, I guess. Why would you leave India? Why do many other spiritual masters leave India when there is great need and trouble in India?
Now, about others, I have no right to say anything. As regards my own spirituality, or as regards my coming over to the West, I could say that in my case, I do not make any choice. I have no freedom of my own. If just today, if my inner pilot commands me to go back to India, I will be the happiest person. And I always listen to the dictates of my inner pilot. For me, there is no such thing as America or India or Europe or Africa. This world belongs to my inner pilot. So today he wants me to be in America in a particular home, and tomorrow he can ask me to be in another home. So I will be always ready to abide by his command.
Have another big goal. You've done lifting, music, art, poetry, writing, all of these accomplishments. What's the next goal?
My only goal, eternal goal, is to become part and parcel of universal peace. I am a truth seeker. I am a God lover. I would like, my only prayer is to see and feel and become one with universal peace. This is what you need badly.
What the world needs.
What the world needs is peace, nothing else. Okay. So my prayer, my meditation, they all revolve around peace.
Well, now I know, because it was written up in the newspapers here, that you presented a collection of your books to Mayor Beam. And the book stood 7 feet tall, which must have been very interesting next to our revered mayor. But I'd like to know how, with the meditating you do, teaching, how much time do you allot for all these writings that you do?
I'm the first person to disbelieve all this, but I am a mere instrument of my inner pilot. If one surrenders one's will to the inner pilot, there is no such thing as impossibility. So it is the inner pilot that does everything in and through me, and I try to become a perfect instrument of his.
But do you allot different times during your day to accomplish certain tasks?
No, I have no set schedule.
No.
Well, I entirely depend on his will. This moment he will ask me to do something, and the next moment he will ask me to do something else. And there is no hard and fast rule in my life that I shall have to devote a few hours to this. Of course, I have to go to various places and I run centers. That I have to do it at a proper time schedule. But when it is a matter of composing songs or writing or painting, I have no fixed schedule.
That brings us to the point. I noticed that you brought a musical instrument with you. Could you show it to us and tell us what it is and perhaps play something?
Thank you.
What do you call this instrument?
We call it esrag. Esrag, it is an Indian instrument.
And is this used in your services?
This is one of the instruments that I use. If you are there.
I believe you also paint.
Yes, I do.
And what sorts of paintings do you like to do?
Mostly I do abstract paintings.
Did you study art?
I've never studied art. Again, I have surrendered my will to the will of the Supreme. I just try to become a humble instrument of his.
There are over 125 Sri Chinmoy centers around the world. What goes on in them? What happens in the centers?
My students all over the world, wherever there are centers, they pray and meditate, and they read my writings. And also, as you know, I've composed thousands of songs. They listen to the music, and they are also, some of them are accomplished musicians and singers, so they sing. This is prayer life. We pray, and then we meditate. We read my books, and also they read books written by others, spiritual books. This is what.
There's going to be more poems that you'll write, more paintings that you'll paint, more music that you'll play, and obviously a lot more running and weightlifting and lifting people. You've lifted over 1,000 of them already, so the achievements will go on for your entire life, which is why I think sometimes they refer to you as the global man. But explain what that concept means briefly. Briefly, what do we mean when we say the global man? I have a reason for asking.
According to me, a global man is he whose aspiration heart cries to God the Creator for the oneness joy of God the creation. You and I are God the creation. We are God, but we are God the creation. And then there is somebody else who is God the creator. So God the creator and God the creation must go together. We are praying to God the creator to give us the feeling of oneness.